Hey, so it recently came to my attention that it has been 2 whole years since I started this here YouTube channel, The Mathemactivist. And when I started this channel, I started it because, well, one, I love maths, and I also really like making videos. So I was quite into making like really laborious, if I'm honest, very time-consuming videos about maths, which I love because I just want to like put the maths out there. Um, but I've been thinking more recently that I would like to just make more videos, but perhaps in a less time-consuming way because there's so much maths going on all the time. There's so much maths in my head, and I just want to be able to like give you all of the maths, but I don't always have time to, put together really well edited videos. So I want to try and do some more kind of vlog style videos like this, but maybe a little bit trashy, but still definitely mathsy. So I hope we're still cool. I hope we're still all on board. And I thought, what better way to get more content out on YouTube than to do an unboxing video? I was incredibly excited earlier today when I found out that one day earlier than they said it would be, I have this parcel arrived from Shapeways, which is a 3D printing company. And I know what I've ordered, so I don't know why I'm so excited to unbox this. Very excited to see it though. I actually never held anything that's been 3D printed before, so in a weird way I kind of wonder what 3D printing smells like. Probably plastic, but we'll find out. It's even cooler than I thought. So this is a circle packing ornament that I've ordered. I've got 3 of these in different ones. Put this here. I mean, this bubble wrap is almost a circle packing problem its own. Yes. So I should probably explain what these are rather than just kind of admiring them. So I very recently got into circle packing problems, and as you can see, this is loads of circles. So I think this one would be 30 circles all packed around a sphere. So there's a sphere perfectly fits on the inside, you can kind of imagine it. And then these are 30 different sized circles packed around the sphere, such that each kind of hole in between the circles, let's see if I can get one. Where's a big one? Here we go. So this kind of like almost bent triangle shaped hole. So each hole has 3 circles touching it, and all the circles are tangent. So this is 30, and this one is 40, and this one here is 100. Those tiny little circles there. And I will put a link in the description to the Shapeways shop bit where you can buy any of these if you think they look awesome, because who would not want this in their home? This is going to be treasure. Honestly, like, I knew these were going to be cool when I ordered them, that's why I ordered them, but I didn't know how cool they were going to be. And so, circle packing is something which I really understand maybe about 10 to 15% of. I'll put another link in the description of this intro to circle packing thing that I'm reading at the moment, and it's basically like just an entire name drop competition of maths. Like, just in this intro to circle packing, you've got Riemann being mentioned, the Poincaré conjecture, like the one only proved millennium puzzle. You've got Gauss in there, you've got Klein, Laplace, it joins together geometry, topology. You might have heard of the word triangulation, but you get to hear the word quadrangulation, word of the day. And it's just a really, really interesting section of maths to look through and start to be involved in. And it has some amazing applications in the real world, because basically when you're looking at surfaces that aren't flat, so like hyperbolic space, imagine like a blanket all squished up, or the folds of your brain, which is actually a good application. Circles kind of, they stay the same. Like a triangle or anything made of straight lines, and it's drawn on a flat surface, when you kind of curve that surface, the straight lines bend a bit and the same rules don't apply. So like you could have a triangle which has more than 180 degrees, but circles, they're always just, whether you're on a flat plane or on a weird bendy plane, they're always just a point, a collection of points really, which are the same distance from the center. So because circles, they're kind of constant, whether you're in weird folded up space or in flat space, I find them really useful to help me imagine what's going on in hyperbolic space. And it's just cool, so cool. Coincidentally, the Chris Smith maths puzzle of the week this week is also to do with circles, and it's really fun. So one, if you're not subscribed to Chris Smith's maths newsletter for some reason, get subscribed. And two, have a go at the puzzle because it is super fun, but don't look at my Twitter because there's definitely spoilers there. And of course, the final thing in my Shapeways maths unboxing, it would be remiss of me at the moment to get something 3D printed and not get 3D printed a set of gradiated coins for Matt Parker's coin flipping experiment thing that's going on. So if you haven't seen that, then I don't know where you've been, but get yourself educated on it. It's maths that's actually happening right now, which I think is unbelievable. So basically we're going to flip a bunch of these coins, which look horrifyingly like imperial mints. So we're going to flip a bunch of these coins and find out which ones equally land on heads, tails, or right on the side. And then I guess work backwards and find out the maths of why it's that ratio of coin that lands that way round. It's a very exciting time to be in maths. It's not often that you get the opportunity to actually help out in some, like, I say real world, but I mean everything maths is real world, but like really happening right now. This is like hip and happening maths, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it using 3D printed mints. So in conclusion, circles are awesome. Even though my brain is made of hyperbolic space, I don't quite understand it yet. Maths is very cool and happening, and you should get yourself some of these 3D printed coins so that we can all get up on that Matt Parker bandwagon and solve some stuff. And I will continue to make like bigger videos on my normal schedule of every couple of months, and I would like to kind of keep more in touch with these more casual videos. So you can let me know if you enjoyed it or not, but this is how things are now. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Turns out 3D printing doesn't smell like anything. Doesn't smell like plastic. Just really doesn't smell like anything. It feels weird though. Grainy.